Yo, what's up world? It's your boy Philochko here, and today we're going to have a serious lesson on mastering the T sound in American English. But before we start, I hope you are watching this on a computer, because if you don't see these letters over here, you won't be able to read the annotations during this video. But if you can see these letters, perfect. If not, please watch this video again later from your computer, because not all mobile devices can see them. So let's get to it. Mastering the American T sound. So first tip I want to give you today is that when the T sound is in the beginning of a word, it is always stressed and strong. Like the words top, table, toothache, terrible. In all those words, it is in the beginning, so it is stressed. And sometimes it is not alone in the beginning. A lot of times words start off with ST. And when it starts off with ST, it is also strong, as in street, stop, stare, stupid. In all of those words, it has the same rule. You stress it because the ST kind of comes together, so it's like a T's in the beginning, but the S is there first. So when it's in the beginning or following an S, you want to make the T sound very strong. You don't want to hesitate on making that sound at all. Just do it. Stop, stare, top. So, next tip. And the next tip is, in American English, a lot of times the T is pronounced as a D and the D is pronounced as a T. So let's get to T in the middle of a word. A lot of times we have a T located somewhere in the middle of the word, but it actually makes a soft, not hard, a soft D sound. So what is the difference between a hard D sound and a soft D sound? Well, the hard D sound is like don't, dumb, daring, usually at the beginning. But the soft D sound is more like this, bottle, bottle. Yes, those are T's, but they're in the middle of the word, so they usually make the D sound, the soft D sound. Rattle, heater, computer. All of those work. Why exactly does this happen? I am actually not sure, but it's just how we speak here in America. Now, if you learn British English, all of this sounds very strange to you because we do speak differently. So, if you learn British English, remember, this is different. But in my opinion, this is better. See? B-E-T-T-E-R. But we say this is better, as in American English is better. Now to the next tip, dealing with the T in the middle of the word. Now this is an interesting tip. This one refers to when a T comes after the N. Because you want to know something? The T is scared of N. Why? I don't know. When the N comes before a T in the middle of the word or somewhere that's not in the beginning or the end, the T is always silent. It's scared of N. It's like N is saying, yo T, you better not say anything. And then T is like, okay, I won't say anything. T is just extremely scared of N. For example, take the word percentage. But we don't say percentage, we say percentage. Percentage. Or the word interview. We don't say interview, we say interview. Interview. The N comes before the T knows the deal, he closes his mouth. Same thing with international, international, and advantage. Advantage. It keeps his mouth closed. And remember, do not make the T sound. You don't want the T to get hurt. And don't play, I'm serious. I kill you if you make sound. And while you're watching this video, see if you can think of another word that follows that rule. And now this one might be a little bit tricky. Now to the T sound when it is the first letter in the beginning of the last syllable of a word that is 2 syllables or more. So for example, if you don't know what a syllable is, my name Philip has 2 syllables. Philip. My name Philochko has 3. Philochko. My cat's name Big Kitty has 3. Big Kitty. Those are 3 syllables. So when the last syllable starts with the T sound but ends with the N sound, it follows this rule. But not only that, also if the first letter in this last syllable starts with the T sound and followed by ing, it also follows this rule. And what is the rule? It is silent, held, spaced out. For example, take the word fighting and the word kitten. They both fit into this. Fighting, how many syllables? Fighting, 2 or more. The word kitten, how many syllables? 2. Kitten. Both last syllables start with the T sound and end with the N sound or ing. But really they both end with the N sound because in American English when a word ends with ing, we don't pronounce the G. So you can literally ignore that, and that's how you know if a word follows this rule or not. So fighting. How would we say fighting? We would say fighting. Fighting. Little space, silent. Fighting. How would we say kitten? We would say kitten. Kitten. Do you know any other words that'll follow this rule? Well, I'll give you some more. He is certain that she has written it. He is certain that she has written it. Certain becomes certain. Written becomes written. But an exception is T-I-O-N. It's like the word creation. We wouldn't say creatin', crayon. We would say creation. T-I-O-N. When they're together, that is something completely different, and it makes a different sound than the average T sound in general. But basically, I hope I explained this rule to you well. Creating is creating. Kittens are kittens. So, let's get to the next tip. So now let's get to when the letter is at the end of the word. But I've told you, a lot of times the D sound and the T sound are interchangeable in American English. So, as we get to the end of the word, you will see this. So, let's get to when the D sound is pronounced as a T sound. And when is the D sound pronounced as a T sound? The D sound is pronounced as a T sound when it's last letter in the word, but it follows an unvoiced consonant sound. And the unvoiced consonants are listed here. These are all the unvoiced consonants. Now I will give you examples. The word picked. Picked. Like, I picked flowers yesterday. No one says picked. Picked. No one. Nobody. I mean nobody in America. So we wouldn't say picked. The last sound is an unvoiced consonant sound, and the last letter is a D. So how do we say it in American English? It becomes picked. Picked. I picked flowers yesterday in the home. Picked. Or for another example, take the word watched. Yesterday, I watched TV. Not I watched TV or I watched. No, it's I watched TV yesterday. I watched TV. I erased my message by accident. Erased. Erased. Now last but not least, when the T sound is at the end of the word, the very end, the last letter. Well, what usually happens in American English, it's silent. But not only is it silent, there's a little trick to it. Now I've taught this before, so I'll do it quickly because I know a lot of my students already know this. Now the trick when you're ending a word with the T sound in American English is to cut it off by quickly holding your breath. So let's take the words bad and bat. Bad and bat. Now there's a lot of times people will say these words and not really pronounce the last letter, not the D or the T. So how do you make it different? Wouldn't they both just be ba and bat? No, it would be bad and bat. Bad and bat. You hold out the A sound basically, bad. He's a bad person. He's a bad person. With the T, you cut it off. That's a big bat. That's a big bat. You just cut it off quickly, kind of by stopping the air from your throat. He's a real big guy. He's very bad. He's a real big guy and he has a bat. And that's basically all the little tricks I can give you. But if you master using the T sound, you will sound a whole lot more American, because some of the biggest differences between American, British, and Australian English is that T sound. Like they say water, water. No one here says water. We just be like water, water. Like that. D sound, middle of the word, water. So, that's the end of the episode for today. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you learned new stuff. You learned new stuff. Be sure to add me, vk.com/Philochko. That's me. And subscribe to my YouTube page for a whole bunch more American English speaking like tips. And that's it for today. I'm about to be out. Go play with my cat.